Hello and welcome to this week's edition of the John Bierchen Show. I am play-by-play voice Kendall Grayson, joined as always by head coach John Bierchen. Thank you for joining us. Coach, let's start out with the fan question of the week. It comes from Joe Powell on Twitter. He would like to know, what is the one thing that you'd like to see from the fans right now?
Well, definitely continue to come out and support the team as you have. Everybody on social media has done a really good job of having a presence and promoting the team. But really, I'd say if there's any way that you think that you can help, whether it's you yourself or your company, if you have something that you think can affect the team in a positive way, certainly reach out to us, and we would love to have the assistance. There's many things that we're trying to improve on right now. So if there's any way that you think you can help improve the team, please reach out to us either by email, phone call, and we'd love to have your help.
Well, Coach, Alabama is fresh off a 21-1 victory over UAB on Friday. But you mentioned during the broadcast on Friday night, for the folks who tuned in for that you believe the UAB program is only in its first 6 months ahead of where Alabama and Auburn were during their first 6 months of a program. So how impressed were you by that program and what they were able to do Friday night?
Well, I wasn't around for the first 6 months of, Alabama's program and Auburn's program, but, I know enough about the history and stuff, and I think you really have to be impressed with the energy and the enthusiasm that the UAB fans had. The place was sold out, so they did a really good job of showing up and giving the team support. You look at whether it's their uniforms, their cohesion as a team. They were blocking shots with 5 minutes left to go, which I think really speaks to their character. I think that they've really done a good job of kind of building their program and their fan base very quickly. Like I said on the broadcast, I think whether it's us giving them help, whether it's, people in Huntsville giving them help, the people at the Pelham Civic Complex, the mayor of Pelham giving them help, I think we've all done a really good job of giving UAB support where they need. And, you can see that they did a really phenomenal job with their game presentation on Friday night hosting us. So I think you can only see good things to come from their program, and we look forward to seeing their program grow just as we have.
Coach, we know that the fall semester is a big recruiting time for Alabama, so for fans who may not know about the junior hockey system in North America, if you would, explain a little more about where you're looking to get players from.
Well, the junior hockey level is basically from the age of 16 to the age of 20. And kids will leave their hometowns if they're not lucky enough to have a junior hockey program close to them, and where they can go, and it's a higher skill level and it's very hockey focused and centric. Some of them will still take online classes, whether it's to finish high school if they're younger, to maybe get started on college if they're a little bit older, but it's a level where you can grow and develop as a hockey player and to prepare you for the rigors of college.
Coach, we know that Alabama has had a lot of positive feedback, not only from their on-ice performance, but also things they've been doing off the ice this season. So what type of feedback have you gotten specifically about recruiting?
Well, we've done a really good job as a program building, whether it's on the ice or off the ice, the foundation, in the community. The Department of Kinesiology at the university has done a really good job of setting up, our strength and conditioning program. Our nutrition program is getting better. The cohesion on the ice has gotten a lot better. We've done a lot of team building stuff that we've seen on social media. So I think, when it comes to feedback and recruiting, we are starting to get, a lot of those junior hockey kids like we just talked about, and we're able to get some of the kids from higher levels, so a lot of Tier 2 kids, which, there's leagues in the United States, whether it's, the North American Hockey League, the Western States Hockey League, and then in Canada, some of the leagues that we've been going after, are all Tier 2 leagues, and, I think it speaks to what we've done as a program that we're able to start getting those caliber of kids, and, we're looking forward to having a couple more NCAA transfers come spring, and then also next fall. So I think, the fans have something to really look forward to as a program as we continue to build both on the ice and off the ice.
This weekend, Alabama competes in the Buffalo Meltdown tournament in Buffalo, New York, the first time that tournament has ever been put on. It's a regular season event, and including 8 ACHA Division I teams. Alabama will play 3 games in 3 days with a possibility of playing a 4th game on Sunday in the championship game of that tournament. So, Coach, it's the first time this season we've seen Alabama play 3 games in 3 days. What's important going into a weekend that you're going to face a very good opponent, not only on Friday and Saturday, but also on Sunday?
Well, we certainly have to do a good job of getting enough rest and eating the right things this week. and then, kind of managing ourselves during practice, not to waste too much energy. But it's the same thing during the games. We have to really stick to our style of play and execute what we're trying to do, so that way we're not wasting unnecessary energy. So there's quick turnarounds in all of these games, and if we make the championship game, and we anticipate doing so, that will be a fourth game in basically 2.5 days and 2 games on Sunday. So, it's something where we certainly have to be efficient in our execution, so that way we don't waste any unnecessary energy.
Thank you for watching this week's edition of the John Bierchen Show.